Hey guys, Jesse here with Cisco Academy Help, the video tutorial series that hopefully helps you dive deeper into the world of Cisco. My goal for all these video tutorials or episodes is to help you understand what they're trying to tell you in your weekly reading and how that illustrates to the packet tracers and labs that they have you go through. Again, you might find other video tutorial series that will go through the work much faster. You're more than welcome to go through those. But my job here is to try to go through each one of these steps, try to explain what they're asking of you, and try to get as much out of these labs as possible so that you can understand the material better. Again, we are going through Packet Tracer 8.3.2.6. Pinging and tracing the test to test the path. That's what it is. Yes, pinging and tracing to test the path. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the objectives. We have two objectives. Part 1, to test and restore IPv4 connectivity. Part 2, test and restore IPv6 connectivity. The scenario is there are connectivity issues in this activity. In addition to gathering and documenting information about the network, you will locate the problems and implement acceptable solutions to restore the connectivity. Note the user exec password is Cisco and the privilege exec password is class. So we've locked it down a little bit here. Part 1, test and restore IPv4 connectivity. Step 1, use ipconfig and ping to verify connectivity. Click on PC1, click, click desktop tab, click the command prompt. All right, we are in command prompt. Here we go. It says enter the ipconfig all command to collect the IP information, complete the addressing table with the IPv4 address, subnet mask, and default gateway. So ipconfig, config, if I can type it, there we go. We have ipconfig. I'll go ahead and I'll pull up the PDF here. PDF, PC1. Let's type in the address. We have 10.10.1.98 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.224 and a default gateway of, we can look in a couple different places. It does say this is the default gateway, but let's go ahead and scroll up. We know by looking at the topology that our default gateway is going to router 1. And if we do highlight this, it should tell us the interface that we're supposed to be going to, which it doesn't. Let's go again. You can go into options, preference, always show port labels, and it says it's in gigabit Ethernet 1. And so our default gateway for that will be 10. There we go. I'll just copy 10.10.1.97. Paste it in. Let's see if that's what this said as well. Back to the command prompt. That's correct. All right. Everything is right there. Excellent. Let's go to the next step. Oh, I'll keep this up like that. Minimize this. Next step. Okay. It says click PC3 desktop command prompt. Enter in the command ipconfig all. Complete the addressing table with the IP4 address, subnet mask, and default gateway. So we're going to do the same thing over here on PC3. Pull up the command prompt, ipconfig all. All right. From here, we can see all the information here for the IP address, your default gateway. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up the PDF. I would suggest, especially if you're going to take these and build them in hardware later, to print out the PDF so that you can write in your information by hand. But let's go ahead and I'm going to type 10.10.1.18. And the default gateway is 10.10.1.17. All right. Check that off. Let's go to the next step. Step 2, locate the source of connectivity failure. From PC1, enter the necessary command to trace the route from PC to PC3. What is the last successful IP address that is what was reached? Okay, so we'll go in and we'll click on PC1 here. We'll type in they want us to trace it, so we'll do trace RT for trace route. And the IP address, again, I'll go ahead and pull that up in the PDF, is 10.10.1.18. We press enter. And as you can see, the last address that is successful so far looks like it's going to be 10.10.1.97, which is our default gateway. You could sit here for the 30 chances that it'll take, or you can press the Control C and it'll take you out of it, so you don't have to wait here forever. Well, not forever, but you get my meaning. Okay. The trace route will eventually end up at 30 attempts. Enter Control C before the 30 attempts, so you can get out of it. From PC3, they're going to want us to do the same exact thing, right? Yeah. Enter the necessary command to trace the route from PC to PC1. What is the last successful IP address that is reached? Okay. PC3. Command prompt. Trace route 10.10. That address again was 98. So 1.98. Enter. And as we can see, once again, the only address that it's getting to and stopping at is our default gateway, 10.10.1.17. So Control C, and we are out of that. Let's minimize. Okay. Click Router 1, and in the Command Line Interface tab, press Enter and log into the router. Okay, so we'll X out of here. Router 1. I know it's hard to see. Let me go ahead and drop that so you don't have to see all that. So, okay, Router 1's right here. Command Line Interface tab. We'll press Enter and enter the Show IP Interface Brief command. And let's take a look. All right, so we see their status of the interfaces. Oh, here we go. They're up and up, up and up. And then we have our IP addresses. There are 2 IP addresses on the router. One should have been recorded in step 2A. What is the other? All right, so in 2A, let's go ahead and pull up that PDF. We can see right here that we went ahead and we entered in that 10.10.1.97 IP address, which is coming off our gigabit Ethernet 0-1 or /1, and the other is our WAN interface on serial interface 0/0/1, which is 10.10.1.6, and we see that that interface is up. Okay. G. Enter the show IP route command to list the networks in which the router is connected. Note that there are 2 networks connected on the serial interface 0/0/1 interface. What are they? What are they? Come on down. So show IP route. And we can see right here, we can see the 2 networks that are directly connected. We have a network that's 10.10.1.4, which is our WAN interface, and then we have the other directly connected network, which is 10.10.1.96, and the IP addresses for that, we have a .6 IP address with a /32 subnet mask, and we have a .97 with a /32 subnet mask right here for the actual links, the interfaces for those directly connected networks. Okay, let's see. Okay, we answered that question. Go to the next one. Repeat steps 2E to 2G with router 3 and the answers here. Okay. Notice how the serial interface on router 3 changes. Okay. So we'll do that with router 3. We'll type in the enter. Show IP interface brief, right? They want us to start. Yep, so start there, interface brief. And we can see right here as we pull up the PDF, we can see our default gateway was listed right here for PC3, and that is associated with gigabit Ethernet 0/1, and there's a default gateway for that. We can also see the serial interface right here, which is associated with that as 10.10.1.10. You can see both the interfaces are up and up. From here, we'll do the show IP route command, and we can see that we have a directly connected network of 10.10.1.8, and then we have a 10.10.1.10 interface address right here. That's the link. Then we have the other directly connected network for the gigabit Ethernet, which is our LAN side, for 10.10.1.16. And then we have the actual link as the 10.10.1.17/32 subnet mask. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure. It said, how does that change? Well, we have 10 and we have a 17. We have 10 and we have a 17. Good. And then we have our subnet masks. And we'll get to that more later, it looks like. Okay, so anyhow, we'll go ahead and minimize. Okay, run more tests if it helps visualize the problem, and simulation mode if it simulation mode is available. So I won't go through that. You're more than welcome to come down to the bottom and click through the real-time and simulation mode so you can see what's going on. But we'll go ahead and we'll continue on to step 3 into the purpose a solution to solve the problem. Okay, so compare your answers in step 2 in the documentation that you have available for the network. What is the error? What solution would you propose to correct the problem? Okay, so we did a trace route from PC1 to PC3. We saw that we could hit our default gateways for each one, so we know that there's a problem in between router 1 and router 3. It's somewhere on that WAN that the issue is actually happening. So what you could do is you could go through and do some ping tests, right? We can go ahead and pull up our addressing table and do some ping tests. So let's go ahead and try that real quick and see what we find out. So we'll pull up the PC1. We'll go to the command prompt and we'll type in ping, and we'll type in the WAN interface of router 1, which we can see right here is 10.10.1.6. So ping 10.10.1.6, press enter. We can ping it. Wonderful. So can we do that on our other PC? Let's see if we can do that on our other PC. PC3, we'll pull that up. We'll go to command prompt. We'll ping the WAN interface for PC3, which is 10.10.1.10, 10.10.1.10. Sure enough, we can ping that interface. Great. So if we can ping the exit interfaces for our WAN that's going from router 1 and the exit interface for router 3, we know that we can at least get to those. Good. So we know everything's good there. So let's try to ping from PC1 to router 2's interface. To do that, we'll type again, ping. And according to our address table, the serial link, which is 000, is 10.10.1.5. So 10.10.1.5 and enter. Timeout. Time out. Looks like it's going to time out. Sometimes it'll time out twice as the routing is handing off information, but in this case, it's timing out. So we're going to just Control C and get out of that. Let's see what we can do with PC3 here. See if we can go ahead and ping the WAN interface for router 2 right there. Typing ping, and that's the serial 001 interface. All right, so 10.10.1.9. Press enter. We can ping it. So we know at this point the issue is most likely that interface right there. So let's go ahead and jump into router 2 and see what's going on there. So we'll go ahead and we'll enter user mode and we'll do the show IP interface brief. Let's take a look at our interfaces. So we can see right now that our status is up and up on both interfaces. For serial interface 001, we can take a look at the IP address and we can see right here, 10.10.1.9 is correct. We can also see our running configuration. Oh, let's go ahead and go into privilege mode and show run. And we'd see right here our subnet mask, and that is correct as well. Very good. Let's just scroll up to the other serial interface, and we have 10.10.1.2. If we look over here for our addressing scheme, it's not even in the same network, right? It's a 2 and it should be a 5. And again, we can kind of do this and see that it is addressed for a 10.10.1.0 directly connected network with a link address of a 1.2. That's not what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be in the 10.10.1.4 network with an IP address of .5. So that seems to be our issue. That's troubleshooting 101. Ping and figure out what is actually working. You can do it quicker by doing divide and conquer, which what I typically like to do. So I'll go ahead and if I do a trace route and I see that I'm having an issue getting out, I'll go ahead and I'll ping once you figure out that you can't ping all the way over to there, you cut it up, right? So you divide and conquer. So you would start halfway in between and you go, okay, router 2. I'll just go right to that interface right there and see if I can ping to that. If I ping to that, I know everything's good from this side as well as from PC3. I'll go ahead and I'll ping all the way to router 2. So I'm dividing up those chunks to know where it's good and then where it's bad. In this case, if I would have pinged to router 2 and found that I couldn't ping to it, I would go ahead and go right to router 1 and go out its exit interface to the WAN, ping to that. If I know that I can ping to that, then I know there's a problem right there on router 2 going that direction. And then as we went to PC3 and we pinged back in, we found that we have connection to router 2's serial interface 0001, we understood that we could get packets to this point, but coming out of that interface 0000, that we could not ping to that point, and that's where our problem lied. So divide it up, divide and conquer. Find out where it's good, and then divide it up, or find out where it's bad by dividing up and finding out where it's good. Okay? All right, so we can now document that error, which we do through the PDF. We go ahead and we mark down the information for that. What was the solution? The solution was going ahead and entering the correct IP address for router 2. Implement the solution, and then let's go ahead and verify by pinging. Let's go ahead and do our trace route command that we had earlier. Taking this time, let's go ahead and do just a regular ping over to that, which is the IP address right there. We're on PC 1, so we're going to go to 17. Unreachable host. Well, this is interesting now, isn't it? So let's go ahead and ping over to, as far as we can go, let's go ahead and ping over to, oh, I know why. We didn't correct it. We figured out what the problem was, but we didn't implement it. So let's go ahead and implement it by go ahead and configuration mode. We'll go into the interface for serial interface 0 to 0 and enter in the proper IP address. Oh, quick thing, you can also type in the no IP address and it goes ahead and removes an IP address. So if I were to go to the show IP interface brief, and sure enough, look at that, the IP address is gone. So let's go ahead and type in the correct one. 1.5 was it, I believe? Yep, 5. All right, 5 with a subnet mask, 255.255.252. All right, and in this case, they're using the routing protocol EIGRP. It is pulled up a neighbor adjacency, which means that it's exchanged the routes, and now it's communicating with all the routing tables have been formed of an adjacency. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and try our ping again. Trace route. Sure enough, look at that. Works perfectly now. Perfect. Hey, troubleshooting 101. Okay. Now that we've implemented, which it did ask us to do that, implement the solution. Let's go ahead and, let's try, as it asks us to do the ping from over here. Sure enough, beautiful. Trace route works. Okay, part 2. Let's go ahead and test and restore IPv6 connectivity. Step 1, use the IPv6 config and ping to verify connection. Click PC2, cling, bring this over to there. Go to desktop, which we're already there, command prompt, there we go. Type the v6 config /all, and that pulls up all the information for the IPv6 configuration. And as you can see right here, we have our IP addresses. And it wants us to go ahead and complete the addressing table with the IPv6 address, subnet prefix, and default gateway. So let's go ahead and pull the PDF up. Type in, we're in PC2. So 2000 DB8 1:1:2/64, and in this case, it says our default gateway is FE80::1. Okay. X out of that, X out of that. Oh, let me just leave that right there. Bring the PDF down. Okay. Click on PC4 and do the same exact process. So command prompt IPv6 config/all. So we can see all the information. We can see the physical address here, the MAC address for that. We can see the link local address as well as the IP address and our default gateway. So let's go ahead and enter that into our PDF. 2001 DB8:1:4:2/64 with a default gateway of FE80::2. All right, very good. Let's leave that up. Minimize. All right. Now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and go to E here. It says test connectivity between PC2 and PC4. The ping should fail. So we'll pull up PC2 and we will pull up the command prompt and we will ping 2001 DB8:1:4:2, enter, host, destination host, unreachable. It tells us everything. Control C to get out of that. Let's go to the next section. Step 2. It says locate the source of the connectivity failure. It says from PC2, enter the necessary command to trace the route to PC4. What is the last successful IPv6 address that is reached? The trace route will eventually end at 30 attempts. Control C to stop the trace before 30 attempts. So, okay, let's go ahead and do trace route, trace RT. We'll enter in the IP address. Okay, so right here it tells us the last IP address that it successfully can get to, which is 1001 DB8:1:3:2, which if we go up to our routing table is the interface for router 3. It's WAN interface right there. Okay, so that is the last IP address it can reach. Good information to know. So from router 2, it can go all the way to router 3's interface. It's WAN interface right here. That's as far as it can go. Let's go ahead and come back down here. Okay, click on PC4 and click desktop, command prompt. Oh, I'm actually further down. Trying to go back here. From PC4, enter the necessary command to trace route to PC2. What is the last successful IPv6 address it reached? Control C to stop the trace route. So we'll pull up PC4 here, and we'll type in ping. Or sorry, trace route, not ping. Trace route, trace RT. That address is again 2001 DB8:1:1:2. Trace route. Interesting. So we can see right now that we can't even get to our default gateway, right? If we Control C out of this and we try to ping FE80::2, nada, nothing. Just sits there, times out. So we know that either one of two things. It's the interface of our router that's causing us the issue, or it's the PC that has its default gateway. It's just not being able to talk to it, or this. There are actually three things. It could be the switch if there's a switch in between the PC and the router. So it's somewhere along this chain right here that we're having an issue between PC4 and router 3's interface right here. So let's go ahead and see what it wants us to do next. It says do a show IP interface brief command. Oh, let's go ahead and go to router 3 as it asks us to. Press enter and do a show IPv6 because we're wanting to look at the IPv6 addressing. Interface brief. And we can see right here that for the interface is up. And we can see the interface is up for serial. Let's go ahead and match up the addressing. If we look right here, we're supposed to have a addressing of 4:1 here, yep, which we have. And we need to have on our default gateway, oh, look at right here. So we have a : 2 for our default gateway. And our default gateway over here is : 3. So that's our issue. Our default gateway isn't set properly. So let's go ahead and correct that. Oh, let's minimize this. Go into router 3. We'll go into that interface. Oh. And we'll type interface gigabit 0/0. We'll type in the no IPv6 address. Actually, we don't need to do that because we're just going to change the link local. So we'll just type in IPv6 address FE80 : 2 link local. Enter. All right. And that, my friends, should correct that. See if we can do a ping or trace route that is. Sure enough, beautiful. We can trace route all the way over to that PC. Right, is that the IP address? Let's look at that again. Sure enough, yep, over to PC4. And let's do the same from PC4 over to PC2. Beautiful. Excellent. Let's see, what else does it ask us to do? Propose a solution, implement solution, tech. Okay, so looks like maybe they wanted, oh, that's what it is, right there. Didn't even see it. So they do want to have it : 3. My apologies, folks. So let's just pull up that command again and type in : 3. Follow your addressing table, and we'll come down to the PC and change it within the configuration to that. And there we go. You can see our completions now up to 20 out of 20 points. And we can test it one more time just to make sure that we can still ping. All that information is corrected. There we go. Wonderful. Hey, we're good to go now. So again, those link local addresses are only locally used. So that's why the trace route went through, even though I configured it with the : 2 FE8 : 2 to link local address. It's only locally used. So I switched it over to the FE80::3 to what the addressing table was actually signed up with or addressed with, and that's how our completion percentage went up to 20/20. So, that being said, I hope this was informative. Again, if you have any questions, if I missed anything, or you need me to explain something a little bit further, definitely reach out to me. My email address is notciscoacademyhelp@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment within the comment section on the video. If you like this video, please like it. If you want more of these videos, definitely subscribe. I'll try to get as many videos out as I can. Again, don't get overwhelmed with all this information. It all becomes easier. Just lean into it, and you'll be much better because you did it. All right. I hope you're having a great day, and have yourself a wonderful night. Bye-bye.